Hi again, boys and girls. Our lesson is on words with inflection S. That just means you put an S at the end of a word to make it mean something a little bit different or to use it in a little different way. You can put an ending S at the end of verbs. That means action words. And you can also put them at the end of nouns. And I'm going to just show you a few little examples. These will be the verbs. Okay, so you might say, this is the word eat. You might say eats. So I eat my food. Or you could say, my dad eats his food. And how about the word play? The children play on the playground. Or if it was one person, you can say, my sister plays on the playground. Okay, so sometimes you add an S to a verb to make it mean a little bit different. And for nouns like person, places, and things, or animals, you can add an S to make it mean more than one. So if I were to say cat, that means one cat. But if I were to put an S at the end, that would mean more than one cat. And how about a mat? A mat, without an S, just means one mat. But when you put an S at the end, it makes it mean more than one mat. So yes, you can add an S to words, both verbs and nouns, to make them mean something a little different. So this is our lesson 3, page 37 in our reader's notebook. And we're going to practice our words with inflection S. And I did the first one with you. This one says sits. And I looked around for a picture where someone was sitting, and it was her. She sits. I couldn't say she sit because that wouldn't sound right. So I had to add an inflection S at the end. Okay, so what is he doing? He's digging. Let's see one of these words. Oh, there it is. Digs. The dog digs. And do you hear how in that one, how in that one, the S, makes the Z sound. If you're doing this with me, don't write that. I just want you to know that sometimes the ending S spells Z. Digs. You still spell it with an S. Let's look at this. Don't mind the phone. Hopefully somebody will answer it. Okay, he hits the ball. Actually, there is no word that says hits. But that one says bats. Bats. He bats the ball. So let's go ahead and write that word with an inflection S. Bats. Bat. Remember, if you're doing it with me, make sure your handwriting is just perfect. Some of the letters are short. Some of them are tall. Mrs. Gillam knows which ones are short, like the A and the S, and which ones are tall. So be sure to model after her or use her model to do your writing. All right, look at the girl. What's she doing? She's patting him on the head. It's this word. Pats. She pats him on the head. P-at. S. P-at. So I'm going to circle this one. Okay, so it looks like he has a mop bucket. He has a mop. Which of those words goes with that picture? Sips? Nope. Mops. Mops. Yep, that's the one. Let's write that down in our perfect handwriting. Mops. Mops. Sorry about that. Mops. Finally, the only word left is sips. Looks like she sips her cup of drink. She sips her drink from her cup. Sips. Sips. So all of these words had the inflection S at the end of them. Okay, we are doing a different writing project than this. That's more fun. And here's where we practice our spelling. So, just like last week, we're going to put the missing letter, it happens to be the missing vowel, in all of our spelling words. And let's read our spelling words again. We're going to have to spell them on Friday. Dot, ought. Remember, you have to stretch out the word to hear the different sounds. And then write down the letters that spell those sounds. Dot, lot, log, op, top, ought, hot, ox, ox. Okay, we're back to the beginning. Okay, so all of our spelling words this week have an O, and none of these have an O. So that's what's missing. Let's go ahead and make a perfect O. It's ducking underneath the dotted line. O, 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 and O. Now, L-O-T spells lot. So let's write that down. L-O-T spells lot. L-O-G spells log. L-O-G, log. H-O-T spells hot. Ought, hot. O-X spells ox. Ox. T-O-P spells top. T-O-P, top. And D-O-T spells dot. D-O-T. Okay, good job. Okay, so this is about more words that show action. So I wanted to show you these cards. Okay, these are verbs. Action words are called verbs. So this says read, and this little bear is reading to his friend the cat. He's going to read. Read is an action word. It tells what he's doing. This action word says jump. This cow for pretend is jumping over the moon. He's going to jump over it. It tells what he does. It's a word. A verb is a word that names an action, and jump is a verb. Okay, another verb is walk. It's a verb because it tells what this bear is going to do. He's going to walk. So if it's showing action, it's a verb. Okay, the next verb is swim. Like this fish. What is he doing? He's going to swim. Swim is a verb. And here we have the word sit. Sit is something you do. Sit. It's a verb. It's an action word. So here's some more words that show action on this page. This one says climb. So we're going to label these pictures. Okay, we're going to write a verb from this word box. And we're going to write it sort of near the picture of whatever it says. Like this one says climb. This boy is going to climb. So climb is a verb, and we're going to write it right here. Climb. What's he going to do? He's going to climb. Okay, and I'm going to put a little line. So that's a nice little label. She's going to slide. This next word right here says slide. And I'm going to write the word slide up here. Slide. And put an E at the end to make the I say I. And I'm going to put a line from the girl that's about to slide to the word slide. This word says jump. Jump. She's jumping. That's another verb, another action word. Jump. Jump. Okay, next word is swing. This kid right here is going to swing on that swing. And I'm going to go ahead and put the lines from the word jump to the girl that's jumping and swing to the boy that's swinging. Finally, we have the word throw. Throw is a verb. It's an action word. It's something you do. You throw. These two kids, you can see how they will throw that ball back and forth to one another. Throw. Since this is the only space left, I'm going to write the word throw. The T and the H are tall letters. They touch the top line. The R, O, and W are smaller letters, even though they're all lowercase. Some lowercase letters are tall and some of them are short. So I wrote the word throw there, and I'm going to go ahead and add a line so I could see a good picture of those kids who are throwing. Okay, that's your lesson for the day.